Welcome boys to the new video, another YAP session right here. We are going to talk about the changes you need to make in order to become profitable regarding this following month, which is February right now, the first Monday of February, the first trading day of February. We are waiting for some trades as well, but it does not look pretty nice. I'll show you that as well. I'm testing some AUD here. Close. This is the only pair that's close to sweeping. Anything else is pretty far away. Okay, let's get into it, boys. So, let me make myself bigger. The main thing that's on my mind today is identity. Okay, so what you need to change it in order to work towards being profitable trader. Okay, so the way you do that, stop thinking about yourself as someone who is bad in something and just believe that you are already there. What I mean by that is, of course, if you think of yourself as a bad trader, as that you don't know things, that you can't follow your plan, and you always question, how can I not follow my plan? I've been doing this for a long time, blah, 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 blah. That right there is going to take you to the rabbit hole deep down, and you're never going to make it. But if you start thinking about yourself as, I'm a trader, I do all of my things correctly, I follow my model every single day, I complete all the, how would I say it, I follow my rules every single day. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get something. I think on my, I don't think I have it in my mind already, but I have a paper on my, this right here. I have it like on it, and it's basically how I trade my identity. And I'm gonna read it once, and I'm gonna come back and tell you. I'm actually gonna take it off. Okay, I have it. This is a paper where I type my long-term goals that I have in life, so like 10-20 years time. Not 10, but okay, we can say 10 years. But I believe right now I wrote this last year. Okay, so at this moment I can say this will be probably all achieved in like 5 years time. But at that time it was far away. Okay, happened pretty fast though. So 10 short terms that I put here that I'm gonna achieve the long-term goals. So some of the long-term goals are retiring my family, 10k a month, 50k a month, M3G80, and so on. Being profitable, of course, that's completed already. But so I put the short-term, so the long-term goals here, and then the short-term goals below. And these short-term goals are actually how I change my identity to actually be a profitable trader. Okay, so I follow my training plan every single day. I complete multiple of 30-day challenges. I'm gonna get to that in a second. What are those 30-day challenges? I use risk management every day. I journal my trades and review every week and every month. I trade with patience. I work on my psychology. I teach other people about this. I'm consistently profitable. I scale up the prop firms. I stop thinking about the money and focus on good quality setups. I'm profitable months, and I will not fear taking trades and losing. And I will have ultimate accountability. And basically, I read this 5 times every single day, in the morning and at night. And basically, I know these in my head already, and I just repeat them every morning in my head. I don't even need this anymore. But let me explain this. So once you start repeating this every single day, and you start already saying that I'm following my trades every single day, that's what's going to happen. I'm following my trading plan every single day. That's what's going to happen, and you are going to start following your plan every single day, because this is who you are now. This is who you are. This is what you do every single day, and this is how you follow your trades every single day. You're not gonna, once you get this, like if you read this for a month straight, every single morning, you are start believing yourself that this is you. And then you won't even get tempted to do something else. You won't even get tempted to try and do something else. By the way, I just realized I'm not wearing my headphones, so I don't know what the volume is, but I'm gonna put them in now. I'm not sure if it's gonna change, but anyway, let me keep on doing what I just said. So you're not even going to get tempted to actually try to do something else. You are going to do what it says here, and you're going to do effortlessly. You're going to be on autopilot doing all of these good things that I just read. Okay, and this thing will help you a lot. Multiple of 30-day challenges. What are those? That's especially if you are a beginner and if you are maybe not using this strategy, but you are doing something of your own and you are having troubles in actually following that strategy and all that. What you do is you take a 30 days or 30 trades challenge, and in that challenge, how it goes is you take your A plus setup. Okay, so you know your model that you should take every single day, but sometimes you do something else, you fuck it up, and you take a trade that you shouldn't have taken. You fuck up your take profit. It said the plan says to put it here, you put it more because you're greedy, and so on. And basically, the 30 trades challenge is you have to take 30 trades live, not backtesting, 30 live trades in the market that are 100% to your plan. No breaks of any plans, okay? And you start trade one. Okay, I succeeded. I took this trade. You review it. You see, okay, this is the trade that my model says. This is the A plus setup, the plan, and I followed it perfectly today. Boom, one trade done. Next trade, doesn't matter if it's gonna be in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, doesn't matter, and so on. And if you fail, and if you realize, holy shit, this trade I shouldn't have taken, even though it won, maybe it lost, it won, it doesn't matter. You say to yourself, okay, this trade really does not follow my plan. You go back to trade one. Okay, you don't delete those trades, keep them in there, but start from day one again. Trade one, and you do that. And that way, you're going to, if you do fail more and more times, you're going to get bored of actually failing and not following your setup, and you're going to get fucked because you can't seem to make it to 30 trades. So you're going to start logging in and actually doing that, and actually stop giving a shit about the actual outcome of the trade. You're going to be thinking in a way where it's, fuck, let me just complete this 30 trades fucking already, okay? And then you're going to stop thinking about the outcome of the trade, and you're just going to be focused on following the setup and putting that trade into that sample size. And that's the only way that how you like transform yourself into a trader who follows his plan every single day and doesn't make any mistakes when it comes to following the plan. Okay, and basically do multiple of these, because at the end of that 30 trades, you can now see, okay, was I in profit? If yes, I'm going to keep doing the same thing for the next 30 trades and see if I'm going to end the next 30 trades in profit as well. If it's in a loss, depends. This depends. Why does it depend? If those 30 trades took a long time and all that, it might need a bit more time, okay, to actually for the edge to show itself. Okay, it might have been a bad month or something like that. So I would suggest doing 2 of these sample sizes before making any changes of the model. But if it's obviously performing too bad, then you are going to change something on that first try. And that's how you actually can change stuff. Because if you try to change it without the sample size, you are going to make mistakes. Why? Because let's say you lose a trade, something like this happens. Let me open up the chart. Let's say that this is your trade right here. It looked like this. You entered here, let's say, and your stop was, how can I put it for it to be the best? Your stop was, I don't know, here, for example, and your take profit was here. And you see that this trade stopped you out and then went to profit. And that happens 5 times in a row. What is everyone going to do? They're going to change and say, okay, look, these 5 trades, the last 5 trades, I'm frustrated. I lost them, and the reason I lost them is because price went to my stop loss and then to my profit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend my SL in the next few trades, and then I'm going to win the trades, of course, right? No, then let's say this happens and price, you do that, you change this, and then let's say price for the next few trades win like this, and you say, fuck, yes, I improved my model, I'm ready to go and lock in and get profitable. But then this happens, boom. You now see that a few trades of yours came really close to take profit, but then just went down and stopped you out. So you start thinking, fuck, what do I do now? Maybe I'm targeting the wrong level. I'm going to try targeting maybe something less. And by then, you've changed too many variables as to where all of your backtesting stuff and all of your data that you already have, it's not valid anymore. Because here you have created a new model, okay? and you change a shit ton of variables, and you have to test all over again if you want this to be good, right? So you don't do any of these. What you do is actually create a sample size and only change something at the end of the sample size. That way you can test without it being too less of a sample size, right? Because 5 trades, if this repeats on the 5 trades, that's not good. And then you change, that's not good. It's too less of a trade. 5 trades, anything can happen, okay? Which is why I said that. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, all of these other things are pretty much simple, okay? If you just repeat them every single day, and you will start doing that, okay? And I did them when I look at it. So this, I was reading that, and I wrote this last year, and some of these things, actually all of these things, I'm doing them right now without even thinking. It's all on autopilot. For example, I follow my training plan every day. Yes, I did multiple of these 30-day challenges. Yes, I did, and now I don't need to do them anymore because I have everything nailed down. Risk management every day, of course, it's become pretty like not an issue at all. Drawing trades also weeks and months, pretty simple. Trading with patience as well. For example, nothing is showing up today. What am I doing? Absolutely nothing. I'm busy with recording these fucking videos because I don't need to look at the charts. If you don't do content or anything like that, you can go to the gym, you can go for a walk, you can watch a movie, you can read a book, you can go with your parents, you can go with your girlfriend out or something like that. It is simple like that. Work on my psychology. I did, and I became better, and now I don't need to work on my psychology anymore. Of course, there's always room for improvement, and I'm still improving by day, reading books and stuff like that. But it has come to a point where, when it comes to trading, I don't need it. Like, I do every single thing already good. Like, I follow my model and all that, so you know what I mean. And then teach others about these concepts, okay? That's what I wrote down here because I wanted to get better at teaching, and I wanted to get more clients into my mentorship and change more lives. And that's what I'm doing right now as well. Consistently profitable, boom. It shows, okay? Scale up your prop firms as well. I decided to do this, and I did scale up your prop firms, okay? Get out with I remember those videos where I said, put this thing on the upside, a big board, whiteboard, on my fucking bed, and recorded it and said, this is how I'm going to scale up prop firms. I'm going to buy accounts, I'm going to work 2 jobs to get as much money as possible and dump them all into prop firms. That was in August last year, when the losing month was. I lost a couple of accounts, but I did not stop putting money into evils. And I got rewarded for that, okay? I'm now $500,000 funded, and I'm scaling up even more. Stop thinking about money and focus on good setups. Yes, start thinking in our gain instead of money, and stop giving a shit about losing or anything like that, about winning. Just follow your model, and that's all you should think about. You should only see if you follow your plan, and that's it. The outcome of the trade is not relevant at all, especially if it's a few trades. Unprofitable months. That was a goal that I couldn't manage to get. I could be profitable in 1 month, but then the second month, maybe max 2 months in a row, but then it all crumbled back and lost everything. I lost everything. So that was a goal of mine, and it's also been achieved because I now follow a model that is profitable, and then I'm profitable. Pretty simple, is it? I will not fear taking trades and losing. That's also some of the issue I had when I was a discretionary trader, and basically I had fear. My model said press sell here, and I struggled. I hesitated to press that sell, and I didn't get into the trade, and the trade won, for example. That's pretty much self-explanatory, okay? That stopped once I got a system in place and everything like that, because and also limits helped a lot, because price is not there yet. So you put a limit on and you leave, okay? And then you will get filled automatically. You can't hesitate because it's automatically, okay? It's being done automatically. And then ultimate accountability, okay? This is pretty much just making sure that I do these things and actually read this every single time. 5 times a day I did. I actually said in the morning and at night, but I just realized that it says read 5 times, and now when I look back at it, this is what I did. So I read this every single day 5 times a day, somewhere in the day, right? Because it was my setup is my old setup is there, and it was on there, so I couldn't not see it, right? So I always read it for the 5 days, and these apply for every long-term goal. Okay, so if I follow these short-term goals, I'm going to achieve the long-term goals. Okay, I suggest that you do this as well, and type on the top of this page, type some of your main goals, long-term goals that you want to achieve in 5-10 years, and then down below put 10 goals that you need to do every single day that will help you achieve these long-term goals. Okay, this is a simple task that can make you a profitable trader. It takes 1 page. Okay, boys, if you want to succeed as a trader and you want to become a profitable trader, you need to do these things. You need to self-improve so that you can actually be locked in enough to be able to do these things and follow these things every single day, and that eventually will progress itself on the chart and actually help you to reach your goals. For example, journaling as well. This is my journal. I journal every single day, in morning and at the night. Basically, in the morning, just gratitude and what I'm like thankful for, and at night I just dump out all of my thoughts on here for better sleep, and also stuff like this, because this thing helped me a lot, especially since I started winning. Because when you start winning and you start getting payouts and you start making it in this game, you develop a hell of an ego. Okay. And this is important because this will stop you from having a huge ego and actually make you a humble, successful man. As of the February that is coming in right now, I'm pretty thankful for last month. It was 2R up on Mac, and when I combine LRV, it's about 8R up on the month. So it is a great month overall. But since I just started buying accounts for LRV and all that, it hasn't made much of a dent, if you know what I mean, because obviously it takes time for that to buy more accounts and all that, where it actually then. So the next goal for me is basically to have Mac accounts and LRV accounts, and when this one performs a little bit bad, like this one did, Mac model right now, it ended up 2R up on the month, which is pretty solid, but still it's a bit of a slower month. Then LRV can actually make up for that. Okay, this particular month I did not need it because in the month Mac was on a heater. It made like 6-7R, and I got my payouts for this month from that beginning, and then in the end it just rebalanced a little bit, which didn't really affect me because I took my payouts already. And for the funded accounts, yes, they are in drawdown, but it doesn't really matter because I'm doing low risk on them, so it will take a shit ton of trades before I lose any funding. Except the 10K I have within capital, which I'm doing 1.5% risk on, because I don't really care about it and it's just taking my time. So I decided to risk high. So either I get rewarded a huge ton of money from that 10K, or I lose it and I don't care about it. So it's a win-win situation for me. Yeah, I lost the track what I was trying to say. Okay. Yeah. So it will, like, the goal for me is to have a shit ton of funding with Mac and shit ton of funding with LRV, and that way if one performs bad and I don't make money from that one this month, maybe the other one will perform better and I'll make money on that one. So just to make sure that everything is a little bit more consistent, and for like actually like living off of trading, right? When it comes to directly trading, yeah. Yes, boys, I believe that this is all I wanted to say for this video. I don't want to keep it too long, but it is one of the main points that I wanted to tell you guys, and these things are really key. This is what will help you achieve your goals and will help me achieve my goals. Not every goal, but some of the goals have already been achieved that I put last year. And yeah, I'm going to keep doing these same things and achieve even more goals for 2026. Thank you both for tuning into this video, and I hope you actually learned from this video, and I hope that you apply this and actually change your life like I did. Peace out, guys.